With it right here with who I started with, be something like a Spartan. It's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, Uno Central Coast mob and suicide. Family arsonist. I step in the booth and cast. I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music. I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful linda raza. Do me a favor, man. Hit that pinche like si gustan. You don't have to. There's also a chinga tu madre button right there. It's all good. I got thick skin. Before we get into the title of this video, the real reason why years ago, and I mean years and years and years ago, I stopped fucking with the runner. Before we get into that, hey, let's go through the formalities. Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone inside the members only. The members only is the backbone of the community. I highly appreciate your support. Knocking on the door at 15K. You already know what it is, man. I appreciate the members only, and then all the Chicano channels and all the Chicano pages. All right. So anyways, without further ado, let me go ahead and get into the title of this video. And again, if you like these kind of videos, not only you can hit the thumbs up, but right next to a bunch of buttons that YouTube added, there's a hype button. You can hit the hype button, and that lets me know by you adding points to the video. These are the kind of videos that you like. All right. Now, let me go ahead and give you a little bit of history, because there's a lot of new people on the YouTube yarda that are watching this video. And maybe you've already been around a while and didn't know what I'm about to tell you, because, you know, people from where I'm from, we move a little bit different, man. We don't got to be all project everything. Everything doesn't have to be communicated. We just move the way that we move, right? So let me give a little bit of back history with this character, right? So I actually ring announced the very first Chicano fight, which was on YouTube, which was Cholo Trucker versus the Runner. I went ahead and I did the ring announcing to that video, right? And to that fight. And when I did, I noticed that all the pinchy trolls from hell started going after me, and I didn't know why. When I went into ring announce, which was just strictly business to that venue, I didn't know one person in the entire room, not one person. I went over there and I handled business, right? And it's because of this individual and because of the shady characteristics that are his character, that I got a chingo de trolls, right? They throw this at your boy. They throw that at your boy. Hey, it's all good, man. I got thick skin. Throw all the chingazos that you want on the internet, because it's just on the internet, right? So after that, which was June of 2021, after that pelea, you know, it did boost the channel up over 1,000 subscribers. I basically drove down to SoCal, ring announced that fight. Little rinky-dink channel that I had just started, maybe not even had videos up on there, came back monetized, all right? Your boy was a hit. They liked your boy's ring announcing. It's just a gift from God. I don't claim to be self-made. And so your boy can ring announce. Oh, I'll pump you up. You want to walk down and get inside that ring? You haven't seen your boy in a tuxedo and ring announcing, unless you go back on YouTube and watch that pelea, which was in 2021, all right? It's all over the internet. So anyways, I met the individual. I don't know him from Adam during that fight. And the individual was on YouTube. So as I did, I started following the individual, right? So here we go. So next thing you know, I get to meet everyone. And everyone's like, man, everyone's messing with me. Everyone's cool with me. Mike is a vibe. I always been a vibe. At least I think I am. I don't know. I've always been a vibe, right? But I know when not to get too close to a person, and I know how to tread lightly, right? So anyways, people are on the internet. I must have jumped on the internet a few times. I'm going to say I jumped on the internet a few times. And back then, you know, people are jumping on lives, etc. It is what it is. But really quick, I mean, really quick. I mean, like by the end of that year, it didn't even go into year after year after year after year. I started realizing the characteristic traits that people, the way I was raised and in my area, we don't mess with those kind of people. And what particularly, you're going to be asking yourself, right? Well, Mikey, put it all out there, cabron. Stop beating around the bush. What exactly was the trait that you're talking about that caused you to back up? Okay. The trait, the wording, the characteristics, the grammar, the lingo, everything that was being spoken by this individual. The number one reason, and I'm going to break it down and give you some history and some context. The number one reason that I backed up from the runner was because of the excessive sex play. That was the reason. No more to it than that. I had seen them, and I mean them, there was a lot of people that groupied around him. I mean, for years and years. There's people on the internet, maybe you know a couple, you could drop their names below. I don't know if they're still associated with him or not. Many people that have thousands of videos with him. They were jocking him. They were his groupies. They traveled with him. They fucked with him. They went to Airbnbs with him. They did all that thing. And now you want to know why I didn't participate in none of that stuff? It's not that I couldn't have participated in all that stuff. People always kept your boy in high esteem, man. People always kept me in the loop. As for an example, I'll give you one example, right? I may give you more, but I'm going to at least give you one. Are you looking to purchase your first home? Are you needing to sell and want to get the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassle? What you need is two things. One, a market expert, and two, a shark of a negotiator that's looking out for your best interest. Go ahead and get a hold of me. I service the 831 and the surrounding areas. Mike at MikeDiazRealtor.com. I'll talk to you soon. It wasn't even 2 or 3 weeks after the Cholo Trucker and the runner fight that I remember getting some text messages from some partners. I call them YouTube partners, right? We don't know each other, but they're the partners, right? And they would tell me, they would fill me in the loop, right? They're in Vegas, they're here, they're there, everything. Your boy Mikey was finding out everything. Why not? Why not tell Mikey? Mikey's cool, right? Not even 2 or 3 weeks after the Cholo Trucker and the runner fight, I get a text message saying the dude whacked out, butt naked, one shower shoe on, checked into the hospital because he was paranoid from smoking. And then later on, I think it was Triple OG. He did a short little video showing the paperwork, showing he checked in, Portland, Oregon, where he lives, etc. He checked into the hospital and it showed everything, right? It showed everything, all his information and everything, right? That it was paranoia from methamphetamine, right? So people had been texting me for a while. He's smoking all the YouTube money in hotel rooms. Nothing new, right? That cabron probably buys a box of Brillo and just keeps it stocked up inside the closet, right? But that wasn't the main thing. That was just some, people are going to be flawed. People are going to have character flaws. No one's perfect, okay? Only 2 people have ever walked on water in the history of the world, right? Jesus and Peter. No one else is close to walking on water, right? Nor do I proclaim I'm walking on water, right? But I took a step back, and the way we wiggle around here is we don't got to announce it. I took a step back. People are doing lives, cool. I'm not saying I wasn't in the comment section. Hey, headquarters in the casa, sending mine saludos. But I was not going to jump for years. And some people did it for years. I'm talking about some people did it for 2 or 3 years. The receipts are on the internet. They rode his coattail for years. And now you want to know why Mikey wasn't on those lives for 2 or 3 years? It wasn't that I wasn't fucking with everyone right there. I got some relationships with some people still to this day that groupied with him. It is what it is. I'm not saying no names. But I felt bad for the women. I felt bad for the ladies with all of that sex playing going on in every single live. And I mean every live. Again, it must be that I got PTSD. I seen so many people laying in pools of sangre, over the years for shit that had to do like that. Exactly for those reasons. And I'm not saying I'm institutionalized or anything like that. I'm just saying certain things I'm not going to fuck with, man. I'm not going to be on a panel, on a live, 6, 8, 10, how many babosos are on there, and 2 or 3 ladies, and all of a sudden we're sex playing left and right and left. And these ladies, I kind of feel a little bit gacho. Chemo has all the receipts. Excuse me. I feel bad because, you know, it shows the ladies that probably have already taken a step back from fucking with him, realizing he's just an overgrown kid, almost 50 years old, still acting like a teenager, trying to pop it. I mean, it is what it is. I feel bad for the ladies. But that's the reason I took a step back. Did I voice this to anyone? No, I didn't have to. I know people were still fucking with the dude. Again, to me, he was just like a fucking character. You know what I mean? He's a funny ass dude. He's a character. He's a fucking character, period. Right? He's just like he is today. He's a joke. You know what I mean? Now we know that he really is like that, a joke with shady characteristics. But when I started to see that sex play, I took a step back. You want to go ahead and see when I took a step back? Go back to YouTube. You'll see years and years and years ago that Mikey stopped jumping on any kind of live panel that had to do with any kind of fucking sex playing. It's the number one thing, man. People from my area, we don't fuck with that. Anyone that does anything like that, you do you. And I'm not saying these street rules, you know, should override anything in your life as far as, code, morals, principles, thinking like a civilian like I am now. But there's no way I was going to be on one of those panels seeing all the sex play. Men with women on the live, or just all men. That's another suspect kind of sex play. They might be in the closet. Just come out of the closet. Come out of the closet already, all right? If you like these kind of videos, hit that pinche like button. If not, you can hit the thumbs down, man. You could also hit that hype button. That is the absolute reason why years ago your boy said, chale tamale.